Hello, this is Irish Goofy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll probably be doing a giveaway as soon as I reach 1,000 subscribers.
Posted by you/randomgim80512. EC says I choked him. So this story is a little short. TLDR at bottom. Quick backstory: this is an elementary school in 5th grade, and I'm in my art class, and here's the cast: M8, your good OLE mate; GF, good friend; EC, the one and only; Net, non-entitled teacher. So, EC was being a jerk to GF, he kept calling him names and such, so I went over there and gave a little push, nothing Rocky Balboa style, and told him to back off. He runs to Net, who watched the entire thing, and brought me and EC outside the room to talk. I give my share M8, yeah, so he was calling GF names, so I went over there and gave him a push. EC, that's not what happens. I was just doing the project and he just started choking me. M8, in shock at the blatant lie. Net, I know for a fact what happened, and I am going to have a word with you. Directed at EC. Net to M8, go back inside. M8, another fact: in school, touching one another is bad and might get you a referral, like if I tried to kidnap a child. TLDR, this kid thought that him saying that he was choking me would get the police, Net in this case, to arrest me, get me a referral and / or suspended.
Please remember to like and subscribe to my videos. I will be giving away a giveaway after I reach 1,000 subscribers.
Posted BYU/unfair criticism 8. EP want me lets their kid ride my motorbike. It's just happened earlier today. The cast: me, entitled parent; EP, entitled kid; EK. I been out for a motorbike ride today and I stop at cafe for a rest, and the entitled kid see my motorbike and walk up to me, ask me if he can take it for a ride. EK, can I take your motorbike for a ride? Me, no you can't, you are too young and the bike is way too powerful for you. The kid was like 13. Enter the entitled parent. EP, why won't you let my kid ride your bike? He been riding bikes all his life. Me, your kid is unlicensed, have no safety gear and would not be able to handle a 1,000 cubic centimeters motorbike, so the answer is no. EP, he just want to take around the car park. Me, the answer is still no. The entitled parent and kid just keeps going and won't take no for a answer, so I just get on motorbike and ride off. Posted by you/wankduck. Mommy Fortnite. This is something legitimately happened like 30 minutes ago in Japan, at a Starbucks. Side note: how the F do I keep running into people like this? EK, kid. EM, mom. Me. MM, my mom. MMF, my mom's friends. I'm at a Starbucks, since MM likes it, and I bring my Switch cause I know she's meeting up with friends and I know I'm going to be bored. I find a seat next to a foreign family. Meet the family: EM, entitled mother; EK, entitled brat, and the father. He's not part of this cause he was in the bathroom the whole time. So I go to Starbucks with MM and MMF, find a seat and immediately start playing Kirby. It takes a few minutes until EK sees me playing. At first I was fine, then I go to system settings to delete Fortnite, since my younger brother got a Oculus Quest and no longer likes Fortnite. And then EK yells Fortnite. I smile, in disgust. The EK goes mommy, Fortnite. Over and over, then wails Fortnite, I want to play Fortnite. While pointing at my Switch. EM says sweetly to me, may I have your Switch, darling? Me, first, don't call me darling, also no, I don't give stuff to strangers. and MMF ask me what's going on. Me, this person wants to take my switch. Calls manager of Starbucks and talks to them in Japanese about how EM and EK are bothering us. What is she saying, sweetie? I demand to know. I swear I heard a voice crack when she said no. Me. My mom said, F off, be gone, thought F you. I screamed. EM and EK were silent for a minute, then M started to open her mouth when the father appeared. Father Karel, why are you doing this again? I told you people don't listen. Me, MM and MMF are shocked. We later moved to a different table, and EM and EK left. The father stayed to say sorry and that his wife was schizophrenic. Posted by u/Mathman 2021. Entitled Mom Tries to Steal My Mom's Purchased Parking Space. So here is the cast. M. My mom. EM. Entitled Mom. P. Principal. So when I was in first grade, my mom would drop my siblings and I off at school every day. She purchased a parking space reserved for her because she would park in her spot to drop us off rather than waiting in line, and she also helped in school events a lot. The parking spot had a sign that said reserved for Mathman 2022's mom. So one day as my mom was pulling into the school, another car was parking in her spot. My mom kept her cool and found a parking space much farther out, then ran over to stop the driver before she went into the school so that my mom could get her spot back. On this specific day, my mom had a lot of supplies to carry in to help in some school event. This is paraphrase from what I kinda remember and from what I been told. Excuse me ma, but this is my spot. Oh. Okay. Then she kept walking into the school. Can you please move your vehicle so I can park here? How do I know this is even your spot? Because my name is on the sign right in front of your car. Please ma, I purchased this spot, just move your vehicle. No. I got here first and I need the spot more. You barely got here before me, and even if you needed the spot more, I paid for it. But I need this spot to walk in my kid. I need to get to work. Okay, so just walk your child in and then please move. So my mom ran back to our car to wait for the EM to leave. We came early anyway so we could wait since school wasn't starting for a few minutes. 10 minutes passed, so my mom just sent my siblings and I in, and then she went back to the EM. Ma, please move. Why should I have to move? Because this is my spot and I thought you had to go to work. I shouldn't have to move for rich pricks like you just because you bought this spot. This spot didn't even cost that much. I only have it because I help the school often and I need a place to carry things in. Bull s. I'm staying here as long as I like. So my mom goes to retrieve the principal to help with the situation. Ma, you have to move. This isn't your parking spot. I don't have to do anything. I have the right to park here. Ma, not only is this Mathman 2021 mom's spot, so she should have it anyway, she also needs it to carry in supplies for the event she organized and supplied today for the school. Please ma. No. I'm not moving for you FERS. Ma, this is an elementary school, please try to be calm. Eventually the entitled mom sped off after being very late for work, and my mom took her spot to unload supplies. My mom made sure to come early for a while, and almost every day that entitled mom would show up and pull up to my mom's spot only to find her there. Then she would dangerously speed down the parking lot to find a more distant spot. There were a few other people who stole her spot on accident, but they all apologized and moved for my mom. Edit. This actually took place during the year before kindergarten, also referred to as PK4. Edit 2. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. Posted by you/youngbabushka. Entitled Uncle tries to sue for inheritance. On mobile, bad formatting yada yada, TL, DR at bottom. Okay, so first of all, not so much an entitled parent as it is an entitled uncle, still a parent though. My grandma recently passed away, and we went through the process of letting everyone know what had happened and what the plan was. My mum was the sole executor of the will, as she is the only actual next of kin, as my uncle is actually my mum's cousin who came to live with my grandma from Germany when he was 18, and moved out when he was 23. Now the thing to understand about him, and his wife and now adult kids, is that they never ever visited my grandma. Every Christmas and Easter or any other holiday we would always invite them, but they never came. In the 5 years before my grandma's death, they visited her once for about an hour. This, along with other history of taking advantage of my grandma, my mother very much dislikes them, but is nice to them for my grandma's sake. They are also very wealthy, having 2 houses, a boat, and very nice cars. So when my grandma died, and we organized for a funeral in both her home city and the one she died in, where we lived, we were very surprised to hear they were coming down to both funerals. Looking back, the first thing they asked about was the will, but due to being so busy with organizing the funeral and grief, it didn't raise any red flags. Fast forward to after the second funeral, it's 9 a.m. the day after the funeral, literally about 10 hours, and my mum gets a phone call from the uncle. He again asks about the will, which my mum tells him that she is the sole executor and receives everything being a total of about $200,000,000 AUD, which would probably just cover the cost of us renovating our house so my grandma could move in with us when she was too unwell to live alone. And without missing a beat he says, "Oh, we will have to take legal action then." My mum instantly hung up, blocked them on everything. She was incredibly distraught, still dealing with the death of her mother. We then get a letter from a lawyer requesting 50% of the inheritance due to BS like helping renovate the family house, which was almost 30 years ago, and he lived in the renovation rent-free, and because he claimed to have an equal right to the money as my mother did. This was really a slap in the face. Luckily, they had no legal standing, and we simply sent a letter that was a glorified F-no. We then receive an email from the aunt, which basically berated my mum for being selfish, that her kids would suffer and she would suffer, that how would my mum feel if the roles were reversed, and all other BST, saying that myself and my sister didn't deserve the money, basically being a massive entitled B. She said that if we gave her $30,000, she would forgive and forget. Luckily the block button works really well. It is still sad that they sacrificed our whole relationship with them over $30,000, and completely disrespected my grandma. TL, DR, uncle and aunt try to get inheritance for no reason at all.
Posted by you/Spuddy Price. Mother shoved my mom off the bus. I put this on Entitled People a few hours ago and the situation is still ongoing. This happened only an hour ago, so there might be an update, and I hope not, but you never know. Anyway, a little background. My mother isn't the entitled parent/person, you see why I put both in a minute, but she does complain a lot behind people back. Like if she doesn't a certain person, she acts nice in front of the person, but as soon the person back is turned, she will insult and rip on them. What I'm trying to say is my mother is not a very confrontational person, and no one in our family is. Every year my family go to London for a day just for some activities. We were waiting for the bus and there was this lady muttering how she gonna get the front row seat on the coach. The coach comes and the door stops right in front of my mom. My mom is about to get on, but then this very lady shoves my mom so hard that she had to grab onto the pole and control herself so she doesn't fall over. This woman run onto the bus and puts all her stuff on 2 seats in the front row for her children, as she says. My mom is not being a confrontational person, she just lets it slide and sits down in the middle. We are at the service station now, and guess what? No children. Not a single one. From what we can tell, she came alone and is just using 2 seats for her baggage while the rest of us have to squash up with strangers. My mom is saying insults and complaining about her quietly but won't do anything. Sorry, this doesn't have massive or bad as some other entitled parents / people on here, but it still happened, so I thought I put it on here to see what people think. Update: it's currently 18:18 when writing this, and we were supposed to leave at 1800 hours. The same entitled parent, I found out she has a child, but she was running up and down the coach the entire time, is nowhere to be seen. One of her friends is on the phone to her, and apparently, they are around 20 to 30 minutes away. More news when finding out. Update: it's currently 18:29. It's taken that long that a woman has got off, changed her baby's nappies and got back on. Still no sign of the women. Update: it's 18:32. Found out the woman is refusing to take the taxi home, meaning that we have to wait for her. Update: it's currently 18:35. We are finally leaving, they just arrived. A woman covered in sweat. Another woman crying. A child oblivious and a teenager also crying. I think they feel bad, at least. Thanks for reading. Update: it's 18:51. Some man just hit the side and is recording the bus, not sure why. I think he thinks the bus is something. Guess we not out of the woods yet. Update: NM some first class idiot, words of the driver, apparently the bus pulled in front of him. Fairly certain we didn't.
Reminder before you leave: like, subscribe, and if you want to be entered in for a chance to win the gift card and giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers, please make sure you leave something down in the comments. Also, would like to know, would you rather have my voice reading the stories or the bots reading the stories? Put it in the comments below.